So far my day's gotten off to a fantastic start. It's like super cold outside today. We are taking the car to my friend Darren to get it inspected. And not only do I walk outside and everything is frozen, but I've got like a little thing of coolant in the back of my car, you know, just in case I need it. And it's so cold that it cracked the bottom of the bottle, I guess, and there is a pool of coolant in the back of the Cobra. I'm like, oh, fantastic. Oh man. And it's so cold, the Cobra is literally frozen. This is why I need a house and a garage. You guys gotta help me get a house and a garage to put the poor Cobra in, because I'm ready, guys. I'm ready to have a garage for the Cobra. Just look at that. That's not cool, man. I don't like that. I don't want her to be frozen like that. It's really freaking cold. Look at this pool in the back. Look at that. Fantastic. Shit.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
I started the car and I guess locked it. I locked myself and I bumped the door. So I'm stuck between busting the window and driving it to you, or I don't know, because I don't want to leave it running. What's your thought? You know where I live? You know where I live? Oh God. Today has gotten off to a crazy start so far. Let me just try to explain what's happened so far today to you guys. So I get outside, it's probably like 25 degrees. So right away my hands, my head start freezing. I walk out to the Cobra, you know, it's dead. We haven't started it since Christmas Day. I don't know why the GoPro just cut off, but I guess the GoPro wants to mess with me as well. I think the GoPro is too cold, boys. GoPro is freezing and cutting off as well. I'm sorry, GoPro. I'm sorry. Anyways, the bottle of coolant had busted because it was too cold and it was pulling up in the back of the Cobra. We had to jump the car off because we haven't started.
No!
So we made it like a mile down the road and then it just dies. Just like, boom. I was like, fantastic. That's great. And we're also on a bend. Yeah, there's a bend there, so if anyone's going super fast and they come around here, we're both not gonna it's not gonna be good. And I've got a baby first birthday party to shoot at 12. Yay. See that car going kind of fast there? See, that makes me nervous. Let me walk you guys through the full story. So we go outside, get ready to jump the car off. The jumper cables are covered in coolant because my coolant bottle in the back of the Cobra got so cold that I guess the bottom of it cracked and it busted. And it is double bagged in case that happens, but it went straight through both bags. So we clean that off. I'm freezing. This is really nerve-wracking because cars keep going by here like this. But we cleaned that off. I don't want to get ran over. We cleaned that off and started to jump the car off. And I unlocked it specifically, but I got out to do something. I don't. Everything happened so fast this morning. I don't even remember. I got out to do something, and somehow or another, I guess it locked itself. And then I went to unlock it, or I went to open the door, and it was like, oh, it's locked. I'm like, oh, wow. I think I'm gonna throw up and die now. The car started idling, and the doors are locked. So I called Darren. Shout out to Darren for always saving my ass, like for the past 8 years, I think. 8 years, yeah. And yeah, now the car's idling with no blower belt, and the doors are locked. So I'm about to freak out, and I'm like, hey Dad, you got something sharp? I'm gonna bust the window out. And I almost did. And then we got in touch with Darren. He's like, I'll be right there. I'm like, my man, saving me out all the time. And I'm like freaking out, like, is the brand new motor gonna blow because it's idling without the blower belt? And I'm just losing my mind. And Darren comes, we get the door open, we get like a mile down the road, and I'm filming on the GoPro, thinking, hey, at least I've got the GoPro to film, right? Then the GoPro cuts off. Then I try to cut the GoPro back on, and then the car cuts off. And it's not even subtle, it's just like, boom! Lost all power. There's Darren again. Did he see us? He did see? Okay. This man's always saving our ass. Oh no! No, she didn't. Well, I just wanted to thank you for coming out. We're in a bend, so I was literally thinking we might get hit or something. And this guy came out. What is your? It's BL Donovan. I don't make sure I said it right.
It's Donovan.
Friend of Jeffrey's. Who's Jeffrey? If y'all don't know, is the guy that drove out and wanted to hear the car start. Is a buddy of mine. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Yes, sir.
So before I say anything else, I just wanted to say thank you to Officer Donovan. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. I want to say thank you. He may have saved us just because we literally broke down in a bend and I was losing it. I was like, wow, this crazy series of events has led us to breaking down in a bend, and I have no power in the Cobra because no alternator, so the battery completely died. And then Darren Hart, my man, he's literally saved me like throughout the past 8 years that I've had the Cobra, and he's always been there. And so I just want to give a shout out to these two men because they really saved me in this video, and I really appreciate that, especially Officer Donovan. Like, officers just get so much hate and criticism. I think it's a nice change of pace to say just like this guy's awesome. He may have saved us from getting hit by oncoming traffic that likes to go around that bend really, really fast. Like, that's one of those bends where people just like to go really, really, really fast around it. Okay, are you sitting down? So, turns out my Whipple is done for. My Whipple's bad. Yeah, so the Whipple going bad is actually, as it turns out, what snapped my tensioner. So when I did that second to third gear pull on Christmas Day, the snout let go on the Whipple. That's at least what we think happened now that we've looked at the Whipple. I'm not sure. I hope it's not a bearing that locked up because I've literally only put a couple hundred miles on the Whipple. I've only done like 4 or 5 good pulls on it. And it would just be really tragic if a Whipple that I bought, to use and make video content with after just a few pulls, like a couple pulls on the dyno, a couple pulls on the street, a couple hundred miles, and it's toast. I think what happened is that the pieces in the snout broke and disconnected that from the rotors inside the blower. I don't think the rotors are bad. I don't think the bearings are bad. I hope none of that is bad. I'm gonna look at all this Tuesday. I'm taking the car to J-Speed. We're gonna open up the blower and look at it. But the blower is messed up. The blower is bad. I just don't know the extent of the damage, but it just sucks, man. I just bought the blower. We've only done a few pulls, and it's just rough. It's just rough. And like, word to the wise, my advice to you guys now after this happened to me is don't buy a Whipple from someone else unless you're buying it from a friend, and that friend you really, really trust, and you know exactly what the Whipple has been through. You know that it's fine. This is kind of a little bit of my mistake, but at the same time, you don't buy a Whipple from anyone expecting it to go out after a couple hundred miles. You know, I sold my blower, my Ported Eaton, to a friend, and they can rest assured knowing that that blower is fine. I just rebuilt it a few years ago. It's freshly rebuilt, and I'm honest with that. I don't know how many miles this Whipple really has on it. I was under the impression that it maybe had like 10, 20K, and it was fine. But after only a couple hundred miles, it broke. Also, after doing quite a bit of research, turns out I have a Gen 1 2-through Whipple. So it's literally the first 2-through Whipple. So needless to say, I'm a little bit like down at the moment because, man, give me a break. Come on now. So I'm hoping that it is just the snout. We're gonna take it apart Tuesday of next week and find out. I'm gonna try to put this video out Monday night. I got a really busy day Monday, but I'm gonna try to put this video out Monday night. If you enjoy my content, please leave me a like, comment, you know, say whatever you want to say, leave some good or negative feedback. I'm sure some of you guys are gonna be like, yeah, you shouldn't have bought a used Whipple, I told you so. Hey man, I'm trying my best. I'm on a budget here. I had to budget on some things. Like I couldn't afford last year to build a motor from scratch or buy a brand new Whipple, because at a certain point you would have been talking about almost 20K. I just didn't have it. Like, last year was really tough for me. My business lost 20K because of C-word thing that happened. Yeah, guys, that's where we're at. I know it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna keep pushing forward and making content for you guys as long as I possibly can. Much love. I'll see you guys next video.